Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Arrange Your Own video. Today we're doing some really bright colors, but everything's going to go so well together because we're staying in a color family that works. We're using our purples. We have purple dendro, and then purple irises, and a lavender rose. We also have some nice yellows to go together. Yellow spray roses, yellow solidago, and then we have some lemon leaves, or sorrel, and aspidistra. So we're going to do 3 different sized vases today with our flowers, and we're also going to go with 3 different styles. So to start with, we're going to do something a little more modern. We're going to use a black vase that has some dimension and some nice curves. And for this, we're going to take our dendro. It's a nice purple dendro. And we're just going to group these so that they fall the same direction. You can hold it a little bit lower so that way they fall a little bit further apart. And then to do this, we're going to tie with some binding wire exactly where you were holding so that you get the same shape as when you were holding it. Not too tight so you don't break the stems. Then we have a nice shape. And with this, we're going to take some irises and place these peeking out from the back of the dendro. When these open, they're so beautiful and they're a nice large pop of color. So you can really place them together and they're going to make a nice, interesting pop. We use all the rest. And then we're just going to place them so they're at different heights that kind of go together with our dendro. Then you'll notice this isn't exactly as wide as the rim of our vase. So to combat this, we're going to take our lemon leaves and build a little base for it so that it won't fall. You can just place these all around. It'll help to highlight the tropical nature of the dendro too. The nice leafy greens. And then you can take one of our stems of aspidistra and just fold it to offset all of the lemon leaves. Now we can tie our arrangement together. You can even tie the aspidistra leaf so you don't have to staple. And then we'll just cut the stems to the vase size. It's a nice modern take on an arrangement, and it stays because of the nice leaves that we added to it. And then here's our nice modern arrangement with all purples. Next, we're going to do a more compact classic version, but in a larger vase. So for this, we're going to take our purple roses and our yellow sprays, and then the nice yellow solidago. So we're going to start with the solidago because it has the most fullness and it'll help the roses and the spray roses stay in place. Just take off any leaves that might go in the water so we don't have to change the water as often. We will color sure. And then Solidago has a natural nodding curve, so we can have the nods go to the direction that leans off the vase. And then we'll place another nodding the same direction. Next, our sprays are the next most leafy thing, and it'll help hold in the regular roses. So we're going to place one busting out here, and then another on an opposite corner. Next, we can add our lavender roses. I'm going to group a few of them together. It helps give the illusion of more fullness. And then our final rose can place on the opposing side. Then notice we have a little bit of lemon leaf leftovers. So you can place a little bit right in the front to highlight the nice purple roses. And then we have a nice classic, a little more tall arrangement. And it still goes with our other more modern one. And finally, we have our last. And I saved one of our sprays for last. It has a few laterals, so we can pull it apart a bit and then place them back together. Then with this, we're just going to leave the Aspidistra leaf straight. It's just kind of a fun, longer look. We still want to put it in place, so tie this with a little binding wire. You can find binding wire in both the dark green and this natural color, and for different purposes, either can work well. I like the natural because it makes it have more of a hand-tied nature. It looks a little more rough. But if you're using something with a lot of greenery, the green is a little better. So we can place this off to one side. It's just a nice accent to a room. And so I hope you guys enjoy making these 3 arrangements. I know I did, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.